Hello and welcome to Adobe Live with Creative Cloud Express. I'm your host, Julia Vaca, and I'm super excited to be working with you today in Creative Cloud Express, creating some social media assets. So welcome everybody in the chat. Thanks everybody for joining. We have a couple of lovely people. Come say hi, don't be shy. We're going to be here and I'm answering your questions regarding Creative Cloud Express that you might have. So come and join us. Cool. So, my friends, yesterday we have started off this series of 2 events that we're doing together. Yesterday we have designed a logo for a law firm, and today we are going to be creating a social media post for that exact law firm using their branding and so on. But first of all, welcome everybody in the chat. We have Andreas here, Cody Bear is here in the chat, Sean. Cool. Jack is here. Awesome. Welcome, everybody. Come say hi. Norsh is here too. And Laura. Cool. Becca. Oh my gosh. So many lovely people. All right. So as I say, welcome, everybody. And let's get right into this. And I'm going to jump into my screen and familiarize you really quick with Creative Cloud Express. So what exactly is Creative Cloud Express and why will we use it? So Creative Cloud Express is this amazing platform that you can access either through the browser, or you can also access it on your mobile devices. So you can download it as an app for your mobile phone or tablet and design right from your mobile phone or the browser, literally anywhere in the world. So really cool. We have this starting page, and you can get there by going to express.adobe.com. And here you can see the main principle of working with Creative Cloud Express is to have all of these amazing templates to quickly create something amazing. And you don't have to have any design knowledge to get started creating something. That's actually the best part about this. So let me know in the chat if you all are designers, or if you are just creatives who want to create something but don't have any real design knowledge. I would love to know that. Cool. So we are here on the Creative Cloud Express homepage, and here you can see we already have some really cool presets that you can click onto and look for different templates. And you can also go in and do some fun stuff like convert things to a GIF, or remove a background, or resize videos, and so on. This is really fun. You can do stuff with images, and remove background, by the way, is one of my favorite features. Super cool. So I'm going to try this image for you just to demonstrate how easy it is. So what it does is basically it recognizes objects and it removes the background. So I think Creative Cloud Express is working with the AI to to recognize those objects. So it's a very smart system to help you kind of do it super quickly with just literally one mouse click. So I just did that in this image in literally 2 seconds. So really fun. And you can see we have some really cool Instagram post templates. How fun is this one? It really is inspiring for me. I want to just like create a mood board and write something there and post it. Yeah, so today we're going to be creating a social media template as well. So let's go into our projects and let's take a look at what we've created yesterday. Yesterday, we have created this logo for Winston & Morris, which is a law firm. And today we're going to be creating a social media post for them. So I'm going here in the little plus icon at the top left, and I'm going to create new, and I'm going to create an Instagram post. We can also try, if we have some time, to create an Instagram story as well, but let's start with a post, and I'm going to show you how easy it is. It's actually really fun. Just, you can select any template that you want here. So here we have fashion and beauty, we have food, we have lifestyle and fun, a lot of really amazing categories to really get you started in the right direction. And literally all you have to do is just click on it, and it's being applied already to your artwork. And this is basically kind of like our art board. If you are a designer, you might know what that is. So whenever we download, we actually are downloading this exact section. So yeah, and then when we download, we can download as a PNG, as a JPEG, and as a PDF. So that's also gives it another level of yeah, of flexibility. If you want to print this, for example, you can export as a PDF. If you want to post it on social media, you can export it as a PNG. And this is what we're going to be doing today. So for now, I'm going to go back to projects, and I'm going to not save this one, and I'm going to create a new project. So again, create new Instagram post. And how's everybody doing in the chat? Sean is joining. Cool. Kiss My Creative. Hey, Nikki is here. Anderson. Awesome. Thanks everybody for joining. This is really fun to have you all here. Cool. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting from scratch. So feel free to start with any of these templates and work along with me, or start from scratch. And I'm going to go in and select a color first of all. So we can go in and create a color. Let's take this beige maybe as it's a very neutral color, and I think it will be working really great with our brand that we've been creating for our law firm. Now, oh, okay. Let's see. Something went wrong. Okay, let's do this again. Instagram post. Cool. Adjusting the color into the beige. And now what I want to start with, I want to find a good photo. And my law firm is a team of amazing lawyers who are who are very young and modern and not boring at all. So we're going into photos, and we're going to be looking on Adobe Stock to find the right photo for us. And the best way is to either look for the categories that are here. So for example, if you're looking for something for beauty and fashion, you can go into this category. There are there's a people section, there's a business section, but I'm going to go straight into search, and I'm going to look for a photo of a team. And of course, if you already have a firm, if you have your business, you probably have a photo of your team. So this is the time to add that photo into your post. And I'm going to look through these pictures, and I found this really cool picture. So I'm going to just click on it, and it's getting applied right into my design. As I say, this is connected, Creative Cloud Express is connected with Adobe Stock, which is this huge, amazing stock library that Adobe has. And we can license straight from here, from Creative Cloud Express. All right, so we have our picture, and I'm going to increase the size so that all the people fit in and are nice and large. And now I'm going to go in and remove the background. So having this picture still selected, I'm going here on the right side, top right, and click remove background. And as you can see, I don't have to do anything. It's just one mouse click. I can, of course, go in and make it a little bit more perfect. So by zooming in, I can go in and let's say remove, yeah, this was quite a big remove, but let's go in and decrease the size of our brush, and we can go in and again, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more so I'm a little bit more precise. But let's see, you have these little white spots here. You can make sure that those are all removed as well. And that we can clean up our picture a little bit, but it's not always necessary. Sometimes the images are already so good that there is no cleaning up necessary, because the background was very even and the picture was not blurry in the background, right? So this is all kind of having to do with a blur that's happening in the background. So we're going to remove some of these white spots that were left behind. And to do that, you can see I'm just using this tool. It's kind of like this, eraser. Imagine it as as an actual eraser. And I'm going in, and you can adjust the size of the eraser right here. So if I put it to very large, my eraser will be very large. Let's say I wanted to remove a person, I could go in with a big eraser, but if I wanted to remove some of the little details, I can go with a tiny eraser, and it goes up to, I believe, 1 or 2 pixels. So you can really be very precise, kind of removing these excess background elements if there are any. All right, and now I'm going to click done. And now I have kind of corrected my image. I'm going to zoom out again. And to zoom out, you can either hold Command and click the minus on your keyboard like that, or to zoom in, it's exactly the opposite. So click Command, hold Command and click plus on your keyboard. So you can zoom in and out like that. Cool, our image is already done. Now let's adjust the background a little bit so it's a little bit more smoothed out. You can see that since our background of our image was light, all of the little pieces, the little remaining imperfections are also white. So for us to have a background that's very light is going to be very helpful with that, right? So I'm going to make the background almost white, and the color code that I'm using right now is ECE 9DF, right? It's a very nice, warm, kind of grayish beige tone that we can use for the background. Cool, I'm going to increase the size of the picture just so that we can kind of make everybody nice and cozy in there, just like that. And I'm going to pull it down just a little bit, just like so. And again, I'm going to increase the size a little bit. And to increase the size of the image, you can simply click and drag one of the corner pieces, just like that. All right, so we have our team positioned in the middle. Now let's go in and add our logo and add some information at the bottom. And I'm going to show you how you can create kind of that layout and how you can differentiate between those pieces of information. Cool. How's everybody doing in the chat? Awesome. Yay, Bliss is here. Cool. Awesome. Pro tip, in team photos, don't blink. Yes. Hi, Heiter. Good to see you. All right. Cool. Please, questions in English, and then I can answer them. Here at Behance, and is it possible to work as an illustrator who makes drawings on paper? Okay. So if you have any Creative Cloud Express specific questions, feel free to put them into the chat, and I can maybe repeat some of the things or show you around what's possible. Cool. So what I like to do is, as a next step, now that I have my image, I kind of imagine already where I have some space and where I can do some additional elements. And I'm going to zoom out again just a little bit so I have everything in one kind of big view and can see all the objects that are within my artwork. Cool. And what I can do next is I can go into icons, and icons is actually a really, really fun section. So here are all of these amazing vectorized icons that you can use for your design. And we are going to be looking for a simple rectangle. You can also, if you want to have fun, you can also put in blob. And once you put in a blob, you can get really cool shapes like those that you can add to your design by just simply clicking on them. And if you want to resize them, click on them and drag one of the corners. And then you can also add shapes like that. And think about it, you don't have to kind of place the whole shape on your artboard, right? You can just let one piece of it look into the image. You don't have to necessarily place the whole icon inside. You can use it as a little divider here. Then what we can do is we can change the color into any color that you want. You can also click more. And once you click more, there is a nice selection of colors that you can apply to your design. And, be creative and try different colors out, whatever works best with your brand. But for now, you can, of course, use blobby shapes. You can use stars. You can use whatever shapes you want. In my case, I'm going to be a little bit more, more strict and more minimalistic and less playful, because it is a law firm. And when thinking of your business, think what kind of emotions do you want to awake? Do you want your business to look like it's playful and round and colorful, or do you want your business to look serious and minimalistic and modern? And mine is the second, right? I want my business or this business to look very serious, very trustworthy, very professional, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into icons and I'm going to type in rectangle. And right now, I'm just kind of trying to imagine what will the whole layout look like. And I'm imagining here at the bottom, also to cover some of these imperfections, I'm going to put in a rectangle that carries some information, right? And it's a really, really good way to just, you know, create enough contrast and make things legible. And you can see once I looked up rectangle, I have multiple choices here to select from. You can, of course, also use a rectangle that's just outlined, so you can type in some text information in here. But in my case, I want to cover this bottom section. So I'm going to place this rectangle at the bottom, and I'm going to click on it and click and drag one of the corners and you can also resize disproportionately, right? So when you resize, you can make it so it's not, you know, staying in the same proportions. And this is why what I really, really liked about, you know, the shapes, that you can use them in such a versatile way. And then we can also go in and change the color. Having this shape selected, I'm going into color, and I can select either that light color, or I can also go into more and select maybe a darker tone. I think that this might work really, really well. Or another pro tip is use a similar color like there is already existing in the image, right? So you can either use maybe like a lighter blue, or maybe maybe white, maybe like a shirt, or maybe like the pants that somebody's wearing, and make something that's recognizable in the image, so that it's kind of a repetition. Now that I have this dark portion here, it really matches with the whole overall layout. And by darkening out this bottom section, I can go in and type in some information that's going to be very well legible now on top of this dark background. And I can still go in, and I'm going to make it slightly darker. And this section right here is where you can basically define your color custom. And how that works is we have one hue right here. So right now we have the color red, and it shows the whole spectrum of the red color. So the red color in its very bright version, the red color in its not very bright version, and not very saturated version, and the red in a darker tone. So you can go in and play with this slider until you find something that works really, really well. You can also see now how I found this exact color of the shirt that this girl is wearing, and I can apply it here as well. Or I can match the blue color. So for that, I will go into the hue blue, and I will go in and do that. Another trick is to use the eyedropper for that. So now I can simply sample one of these blue tones, and right now it looks quite grayish, but maybe this one right here, and see how this color is matching the shirt and is recognizable in some spots of this image. So the eyedropper is another tool that you can use for that. Cool. Another thing that I wanted to have you pay attention to or look at is this section right here at the bottom. And once you click on that, you can see that these are our artwork layers. And each layer has a specific object on them. So right now you can see the top object is this piece of this rectangle, basically. Now underneath, right underneath is our image, right? Our photo. If you were like, let's say if you want to place a photo on top of that rectangle, you can simply click and drag and reorganize the layers and place that photo on top if you wanted to. In our case, of course, the rectangle has to be on top because we want to cover some of that, some of that area to make some space for our text. All right, I went back and adjusted it to a darker color tone. Now let's add some text. And this is the exciting part, because this is where we can actually add the information. And here you can access some of these really cool things here as well, to add to your post. Let's say you can click on one of the elements out of Office, and then you can go and click on it, click on the, oh, okay, interesting. All right, so the shape here is basically kind of surrounding the text, and this is set right here. So you can go in and adjust the shape color maybe to a black color, and you can resize this object if you want, and create something cool like this. I really like this. I think this could be a really cool kind of announcement. Hey guys, we're out of office. We're having a summer vacation, right? But in my case, I'm going to put in a website, a domain name right here at the bottom, so that their customers know how to reach them, right? And I'm going to go in and maybe just simply select something very, very minimalistic. I think something like this will work really well. And it doesn't have to be National Cocoa Day, because you can double click into this and you can type whatever you want, right? We can customize all of this text. So it's not a set logo or a set icon that you're placing. You're placing a live text that you can add edit. And here we're going to type in the address, the homepage of this law firm, and it is www.winstonmorris.com. A very nice, simple domain name. We can remove this December 13th by simply clicking on it and clicking delete right here, or you can also use the delete button on your keyboard to delete that object. Now, of course, you can see there is not a lot of contrast. So if we zoom out, we won't be able to read this very well. So to fix this, let's go and select winstonmorris.com again. And I'm going to adjust the text color to the color in the background, or maybe even a different other color. You can feel free to adjust that yourself. Another thing that helps with legibility, now you can see this font, the letters are very compressed, right? So they are very close together. What I can do for better legibility is select the text, and I can go in and look at my settings and look at my fonts and see what kind of fonts I can use here to make that better. Cool. For now, I'm just gonna leave it like that. And let's see what other font options we have. We have the size, right? The size of the font. We have the different fonts in here. And actually, let's check out this Belfort font. I think it's a really nice font right here. And another thing that you can do to help with legibility is to adjust the spacing. And we can click right here into letter spacing and adjust that and bring the letters a little bit further apart so they're better legible, right? All right, we have that. And then you can play around with the size by going and zooming out and imagining this post as being on your phone. Probably will be really small, so maybe we can make this a slightly larger. And another thing that I wanted to point out, when you're moving objects, so when you're moving this text, for example, right? I'm clicking, holding, and moving it. You can see those lines that appear sometimes, the blue line and the pink line. The pink line means that my text is centered to the whole artwork, to this whole square, versus the blue line means that there is an object, which is this rectangle, that our text is also aligned to. So right now I have this text aligned to the dark rectangle underneath, plus I have it center aligned on my whole artwork, which is a really helpful tool for us to design with precision really quickly, because we have this snapping help that's helping us basically snap the object to the other objects and find the middle. Because, you know, if it's a little bit off middle, it doesn't look very professional, and we do want to have, you know, a good kind of layout within our post. Now, one missing piece that we have is our logo, and we have created it yesterday. I had exported it as a PNG. If you want to know how I've created the logo, feel free to rewatch the stream. But I have it in my projects right here on my computer already. So I'm just simply going to add the logo here into our workspace. You can simply select a new logo, or you can upload them and access them whenever you create something new, right? So I have my logo already uploaded here, and I'm going to click, and the logo is already here at the bottom. All right, so I'm going to place this at the top. I'm going to make it larger so that it's well legible. Again, you can see I'm snapping to the middle. And voila, our post is ready. We have a really cool post that you can feel free to promote on social media. And, you know, we already have a really cool call to action. So you have the brand name, you have the website, right? And the person who sees this right away knows what to do. Go to winstonmars.com, right? Cool, my friends. So now what we're going to do is we're going to download this as a PNG, start download, and we're going to use solid color for our background because we don't want to lose this beige color here. And now my project is already on my computer, and I can feel free to send it to my phone, or I can simply design this whole thing on my phone. So how cool is this? I really want you to experiment with Creative Cloud Express, and I think it's an amazing tool. So I'm hoping you've enjoyed this, and I'm hoping you were able to follow along with me. Feel free to post your post on Instagram and tag me at Julia Masalska, and I'm gonna give you some feedback. Awesome, my friends. So hopefully this was helpful, and hopefully the non-designers here were able to learn something. So follow the program for more design tutorials and design live streams. And thank you all so much for joining. See you soon. Bye-bye.